Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Max AC channel. For this month, we will be continuing Meatless March, where we will be making 4 recipes that are as delicious as they are meatless. For this week's episode, we will be making some air fryer fish and chips. For this recipe, you will of course need about a pound or so of fish. Traditionally, fish and chips is made with cod, but any other white fish should work fine as a substitute. For the breading, you will need a half cup or so of all-purpose flour, a half cup or so of breadcrumbs, 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of paprika, a quarter teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and half teaspoon of salt. Then for the fries or chips, you will need 3 to 4 russet potatoes and about 2 tablespoons of oil for spraying on the fish and chips while we fry them in the air fryer. Speaking of which, you will also need an air fryer, though you could probably cook this via frying normally. It will just require a lot more oil, of course. And since we have the time, we will also be making our own tartar sauce. For this, you will only need some mayonnaise, some mustard, some relish, and some lemon juice. Additionally, if you want, I recommend having some malt vinegar as well for that authentic fish and chips experience. First, we will prepare the potatoes. Start off by peeling the potatoes. You can of course use a peeler if you have one, but I find it's still pretty easy to peel with a knife. Just be careful not to cut off too much potato. I also hate throwing away potato peels, so one trick that I've learned is that you can throw them into the air fryer for 10 minutes or so and they come out as delicious potato skin crisps. Just make sure to give them a good wash beforehand, unless you like the flavor of dirt. Once your potatoes are peeled, cut them into fries. You of course are welcome to cut them into the size you prefer, but I typically like my chips to be on the wider side, so I usually shoot for about ½ inch width or so. When your fries are completely cut, move them into a bowl filled with water and some salt and let them soak for at least 30 minutes. This step isn't technically necessary, but it helps prevent the fries from sticking together and helps them achieve maximum crispiness. While we wait, we can prepare and cook the fish. Before we do anything with the fish, make sure you try to dry the fish as much as possible. This will help prevent the fish from falling apart while it's cooking in the air fryer. To do so, pat the fish with paper towels to soak up any excess liquid. You probably won't be able to get it completely dry, but just try your best. Once your fish is dry, prepare 3 dishes for your flour, beaten egg, and breadcrumbs. For the flour specifically, combine the flour, paprika, garlic powder, pepper, and salt, and mix until well combined. And when you're ready, begin the breading process by first dredging your fish into the seasoned flour. Then, dunk it into the egg, and then press it into the breadcrumbs and roll it around until it is evenly coated. Place your breaded fish onto parchment paper, and then continue the breading process until all of your fish are properly breaded. During this time, I recommend preheating your air fryer to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and it should be ready to go once you finish. When you're ready, spray the fish with oil on both sides, and then cook the fish for 12 to 14 minutes or until cooked through and it turns golden brown. About halfway through, make sure to carefully flip the fish and spray it with some more oil if desired. While the fish is cooking, your fries should be done soaking, so drain the water, dry them with a paper towel, and then toss the fries in some oil. You can add salt if you like, but the fries should have absorbed some while soaking in the water. Once your fish is ready, remove them from the air fryer and then set them aside so they can cool. Next, add your fries to the now empty air fryer. I recommend splitting this into multiple batches if you can, making sure that you only add the amount that fits. Otherwise, your fries won't get as crispy. Cook your fries at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes or so, and make sure to give them a shake halfway through as well. While we wait for our fries to get done, we will make our homemade tartar sauce. Of course, you can buy it pre-made, but if you already have the ingredients lying around, why not make your own? In a small bowl, combine a quarter cup of mayonnaise, a quarter teaspoon or so of mustard, half teaspoon or so of relish, and a quarter teaspoon or so of lemon juice, and give it a good mix. And your homemade tartar sauce is ready to go. When your fries are almost done, place your fish back into the basket so that you can warm them back up again, and once everything is done, your fish and chips are ready to eat. I know that technically some might consider fish to be meat, but since the initial inspiration for this month's theme was making meals for Lent, I thought it was fine. Also, Pescatarian March doesn't have the same ring to it. I was inspired to make this dish specifically because apparently fish and chips is pretty popular around where I'm at, since most of Wisconsin's settlers were Catholics of Polish and German descent. The Catholic leaders called for their parishioners to abstain from eating warm-blooded meat on Fridays, hence the popularity of the Wisconsin fish fry. Also, having an abundance of freshwater fish around certainly helped as well. I don't really like having to use any deep frying, and I wanted to use my air fryer again, so I thought that this recipe would be perfect for this occasion. Though of course, as I mentioned before, you can easily adapt this recipe to use in the deep fryer. And also, St. Patrick's Day is coming up soon, so this will be the perfect way to commemorate the Lenten Friday. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. In the comments below, let me know how it went if you decided to make it, and let me know if there's anything you want me to make next. Like the video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to this channel for more episodes of the Max AC channel. And remember, if you want to stay cool in the kitchen, turn your AC to the max and watch the Max AC channel.